Creepshow Art is an American YouTuber with over 500,000 subscribers. Recently, a story has come out that she's been posting anonymously on a website known as LOLCOW.farm. Some of these posts have been mean towards both friends, foes, and even herself. What is LOLCOW.farm? LOLCOW.farm is a website where you can anonymously share juicy gossip and candid opinions about foolish and bizarre people, also known as LOL cows. They also describe themselves as being freedom of speech friendly. Earlier this week, Creepshow Art put a statement about this up on her community tab on her YouTube channel. It's a rather long statement, so we'll read some of it and I'll leave the rest up for you to read later if you want. This post is just going up because I need to talk about this and let you know what's going on. Earlier today, I got a message saying that I had doxed a relative and that I had been called out for saying certain things about myself and other creators and more on a hate forum. And I was confused because I hadn't done that. I would remember doing that, especially the doxing. That's so firmly against what I stand for, and I don't believe in doing that, even to someone I loathe. A couple years back, I made a video about how I had been stalked for over 8 years by a woman I called Amy. That is not her real name, because I was protecting her identity. I talked in detail about that situation, how it affected me, and what I had to do in that situation to keep myself safe. I thought I kept a good amount of distance between us, never letting her close enough to hurt me again. Apparently, I'm really shitty at that. Obviously, I was wrong, because she has gone back to doing what she has always done, which is to try to hurt me, try to turn the people in my life against me, and salivate at the idea of me losing everything. She did this for years, even when I didn't have anything, to the point where when I was dating my husband, she sent him text messages telling him I was a horrible person and he should leave me. She harassed me in high school and would send me so many images of self-harm and self-injury. Seeing something like that was just the number one way to hurt me online, so when it started happening in excess again, I started to think that maybe it was her. Maybe she'd gone back to the way of being. But I didn't want to think that because we'd been so good the last time we talked. The last time we emailed had been lovely, with her catching me up on her life and me doing the same back. I didn't know she was going to use everything to try and paint me as something I'm not, and I didn't think I needed to use a VPN so she wouldn't get my IP address. She has shown me pictures of her daughter and had been so supportive of my channel. I thought we were okay, but I was wrong. Because she's been posting as me on certain sites, posing as me, spoofing my IP, doxing my family members, writing things about myself and my friends, sending death threats to other accounts, making false accounts, to spam my comment sections, spamming the comment sections of my friends, saying hateful things about me in order to get them to drop me, and just all around doing what she did years ago. I don't know how she did it. I don't know why she did it. But the moment my relative was brought up out of the blue, I knew it was her. She has literally always been so obsessed with my relative to the point of constantly bringing them up in our conversations, asking me about them and hurting them to hurt me even in high school. So I'm sending out a cease and desist, and if it comes to it, I will be filing a full restraining order. I don't want to have to do that because she has a daughter and this will go on her record, which will keep her from being able to get a job and providing for that child. And I keep going in circles in my head about this because I don't know what's right in this situation, but I also don't want this to continue. I just wanted to update you guys because there is that narrative floating around now that I have said terrible things about myself and doxed a relative of mine online, and it's not true. All I can say is that it's not true. I completely understand if no one believes me. I understand if I lose friends over this. But the fact that it's been over 10 years of this is exhausting. The fact that 2 years ago I made a video about this exact thing happening and this person doing this to me, going to these extremes, hopefully says a lot. This has been going on for nearly half of my life and I'm tired of it. I'm going to be keeping the rest of this offline where it belongs. So if you have questions, I'm sorry, I'm not answering them. Again, I talked about this 2 years ago, only to have her go around and do this again. I am learning every day how much time she dedicated to harassing me, and it goes deeper than I ever thought. So I first became aware of the situation from a Twitter user at dishsoap1234, so complete credit to them for compiling all this together. And what we're looking at here are screenshots from the LOLCOW farm. And on some of them, you'll see where they have written, "This is not okay." That came from the actual admins from the website, I believe. But their statement that they've made reads, "As many users in this thread are aware, Shannon's posts on LOLCOW haven't exactly been subtle. We've decided to compile her post history after she escalated her behavior by sharing her sister's social media in order to deflect from criticism towards herself. Beyond that, she has been anonymously promoting her videos and Patreon YouTube membership to farmers and making posts about herself, to either white knight or insult herself. For many years, we've had a policy to reveal post histories of users who go to great lengths to use LOLCOW Farm to propel their own online presence. You can read the full post history here." And what they've done in this is linked to where these screenshots have come from. We have the one about D'Angelo. D'Angelo is that guy that everyone pretends to like, but no one really does. He tried to get in tight with a lot of them. And because he talked about drama and made Holly look like a tool, they befriended him for safety. I think Holly sucks, but before the video came out, no one in the community said shit. Then she decided to rebrand and delete, and is pretty much at zero still. They're all scared of that. Another one about D'Angelo. He's worse than Creepshow. At least she had the ability to grow and is doing something completely different than what she started with. He's doing the same thing on repeat, acting like he's doing something big, and now admits to creeping on LOLCOW. And then underneath that is something written about another YouTuber known as Ready to Glare. "She is to women are predators too, guys, as Blair White is to. These trans people are weird." And here is a comment about a fan of Corpse Husband, another creator on YouTube, who had gotten a tattoo of his avatar. "There is something so genuinely funny about a girl getting his avatar tattooed under her boobs. She'd be uneffable at that point." Below that is a comment about Creepshow herself. She said she doesn't rely on YouTube, but I think she makes a considerable amount on it. I've talked to a YouTuber her size, and they make at least $20,000 per month. That mixed with her real-life job, she's probably loaded pretending to be poor. Twitter reactions from a few of my favorite YouTubers. Ray DeGlare said, "Please go and give Shannon Creepshow Art some love on Instagram and YouTube. She deserves it," reposting what she put on YouTube. But as you'll notice from looking at the bottom, this tweet was later deleted. She later tweeted, "My heart hurts. I don't visit or post on LOLCOW. In the past, years ago, an ex-friend posted about me there. It severed our friendship. The sole name of the website still stings. I specifically stay away from those websites as I find them bad for my mental health. In the past 24 hours, I've been swamped by different versions of what's going on. I'm overwhelmed. I'm going to take a step back for a bit to process." And Petty Page says, "This isn't making any sense, like, at all." And what she's done here is retweeted Ready to Glare's original tweet. She later went on to tweet, "MAC address is the only way to prove that it's Creepshow Art. I like Shannon, but I'm just not buying it at all." And in the attached voice memo, it's her partner explaining how the MAC address can't be changed, which she goes on to clarify later that you can change a MAC address code. The person would need to be able to have access to Shannon's devices to be able to get them, and not just on one device, according to LOLCOW. And then, of course, we've got Nick Snyder of The Viewer's Voice, short and sweet and to the point. "So now people use sock accounts to drag their friends anonymously? Some people are tapped." And while it doesn't actually have Creepshow Art's name in it, I think we know who he was talking about. D'Angelo Wallace says, "Read Creepshow Art. I read all the LOLCOW threads regarding this situation, and these are my thoughts. Axiom 2. If you seek Amy, you'll find Creepshow Art, probably. I have my problems regarding Creepshow Art's content and who she associates with, but I don't feel comfortable saying she did it even with all that baggage because there's no proof, but some people are saying that she did it. In conclusion, we should wait until we start seeing more evidence, or at least a proper rebuttal from Creepshow Art, before we start sharpening our pitchforks. That YouTube community post did her no favors. And then Dustin Daly, the other half to Nick Snyder. Oh girl, not Creepshow, the chick who virtue signals the absolute F out of everything. Also the same chick that dragged everyone who was right about James. LMFAO, imagine that shit. Creepshow got called out by LOLCOW for pretending to be a crazy stalker or whatnot, talking S about herself and other creators that were supposedly her friends. And Dustin says, it's the same chick who got real cozy with Gabby. Same chick that got pissed her friend's old tweets got exposed. You know what? LMAO, I must stop. For now. So to wrap it up, currently it looks like Creepshow Art has no plans to make any further public statements on what's going on. I can't say the same thing for anyone else involved or any of the other drama channels, and you know we'll be keeping an eye on it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button on your way out. Bye, y'all.